this as well. But yeah, I have no new assignment for you today. I'll give you your first lab on the class server on Thursday, but today I just want to get you connected to the class server. All right. So the way to do that, there's a number of different ways. These desktops all have PuTTY installed. You can probably go through, probably also go through, what's it called? PowerShell as well. I can show you how to do that. But when in doubt, PuTTY works for now. And then if you're on a Mac, I'll show you what to do there too. So let's do the PuTTY way so that we all know how to do it on these big computers. You just open up the PuTTY program, and let me do my best to zoom in. So the host name is server.lawtonsclass.com. So you type that. That is the address of our server, our class server. server.lawtonsclass.com. That one. The port is 22. SSH is the protocol. That is all that we want. And then you hit open. And depending on whether or not you somebody else in this class is logged in on the class server or not, it'll say, do you trust the computer you're connecting to? And you say yes. And then it'll ask you, who do you want to log in as? And you want to log in as yourself. So, like I said before, this is the same username that you're using on the class website, but it's a different account. So your password is still your username, okay? Even if you changed it on the class website. So you're going to log in as, gosh, can I make the font any bigger? No. I'm going to have to do that another time. You're going to log in as your username. So it's last name, underscore student ID. Let me make this bigger for all of us. PuTTY's configuration is disgusting. Colors, appearance. There we go. Like 20.
If you right click on the top of PuTTY where it's open, you can also get images, so you don't have to necessarily relaunch it.
Server.lawtonsclass.com, port 22. Much better. So I want to log in as myself. I have a test student, so I'll do that. So you say your username, last name, underscore student ID. Then you hit enter, and it will ask you for your password, and you will not see any stars. It is still getting your password. Just type your username all over again, press enter, trust the process. And then it will force you to change your password the first time. It'll have you type your current password and then the new one. So get ready for that. And then it will kick you out. Then you'll log back in, do the process all over again with the new password. Now everything is secure. And once you get the cow, you're in the right spot. All right? So please give that a try. And I'll come around and help people. If you bought like a Mac laptop, something like that, or you're using something else, I'll show you how to log in there in just a second. To log out, by the way, there's a terminal command called exit. You could also say Control D. Either one will get you out of there. So exit. And then, yeah, let me show the Mac way, and then I'll come and help you in just a second. If you're on a Mac or you're using like Windows Terminal, PowerShell, there's an SSH command. You say SSH, then the name of the, let me do it over here actually. SSH, then the name of, that's your username. SSH space, your username, so last name underscore student ID. And then it's like an email for this command. You use the @ sign and you say, what's the computer you're connecting to? @server.lawtonsclass.com, and then everything else is exactly the same. Oops, what did I do wrong? Key exchange identification. Oh, okay. Let me fix this. Give me a second. Whee! Oh, man. How do I want to fix this? Oh, man. Maybe I should just delete this whole thing. That might be the easiest way. It should work the first time for you. Oh, man. Yes, there we go. Okay. You say yes, you trust the server that you're connecting to, then you type your password. And then everything that I said for putty should work as before. So let's get everybody in that spot. Let's get to the cow. All right, who is having trouble? I'll come around. Like I said, it's not going to show you stars. It really is getting your stuff. Okay, so just type your username. Trust that it works. Show me how you. I'm sorry. How did you get to this? Can you show me? Did you use? Oh, yes. That would help. This school also gives you Wi-Fi as well. This will have Wi-Fi. WTO. Yeah, once you change your password, this kicks you up, and then it's going to force you to log in. Your username and your password is your username right now. Just like you did for this last one. It's the same username. The password still is. All right. I'm going to show you the stars. It's trying to be extra secure, just so like if I'm over your shoulder, you can't even tell how many characters it was. Oh, it's getting it. I promise it's getting it. You just press enter after you're done. It's hard to do when you're not seeing any stars, but I promise it's okay. Just type your. No, it's just asking you for your password, which is your username. Okay. Okay, so it was. Let me go back to. Anyone else? All right. So most of us have the cow. I'm going to move on. I'll come back to you if you have any more problems. I promise. So once you're here, let me show you a little bit about the terminal. We'll get this recorded too. So one thing I do want to say is that this is a server somewhere in the Pacific Northwest that I'm buying time on. They might like shut it off and restart it or something while you're working. So save your work as much as humanly possible. What else? What else? Another thing I do want to say, though, is, and I can help you with this, you do not have to do your work on the class server. You just have to turn in your labs on the class server. So I can show you how to copy files from your own computer to the class server with a graphical program. It's all nice and pretty. A fun one is called CyberDuck. It has such a cute little icon. I can teach you how to use that. I can also help you get Linux installed as perhaps a virtual machine on your own computer or Windows subsystem for Linux, whatever you want, because that's what I'm doing for class. I'm connecting to a virtual machine over here and doing that. So I can help you with that if you're interested. Having office hours right after class today, by the way. So there's that. What else? What else? Yeah, let's move around the terminal a little bit. So I'm going to give you these slides in just a second where you can see that nice page of all the stuff. But let's move around a little bit. Let's see. What do I want to do? Here we are. So we're on the class server. Here's our prompt. When we log in, we are plopped into our home folder. Remember that PWD shows us where we really are? It's in the root directories, home directories, directory with your username. That's how deep you are into the file system. And so you can do whatever you want now. You can make your own file. You can make your own file with nano, remember? That's probably the easiest one right now. You say nano space, the name of the thing you want to make, maybe hello.cpp, make a hello world program. And then if you press enter, it plops you into the nano editor. And then you can start typing, include iostream, using namespace. I'll leave this up for you in a second. Standard, int main. I do want you to try this. And then cout, hello world. I'll use endl because why not? And then return 0, closing brace. To get out of nano and back to the terminal so you can compile, you press Control X. That's what the caret means. Control X to save and quit. So Y. Yes, I want to save it. I want to use the same file name. Hit enter. And now ls shows that, let me get rid of that test directory, sorry. Now ls shows, that file that I just made. And I can compile that with the G++. G++ name of the file, .cpp. Hit enter. It just made the a.out file, which I can go and run. Everything is beautiful. So, yeah, let me show you some of this. And then remember to edit the file. It was nanohello.cpp. So that's, I think, all the commands that I want to show you right now. Before I forget, though, if you can get this done and working, Vim is your friend. That's the one that I use in class. It's better than Nano. There is a command to learn how to use Vim. Eventually, you'll just use it instead of Nano. Instead of saying Nano, you say Vim hello.cpp. But there is a Vim tutor command. You say Vim tutor, and it plops you into a tutorial for Vim. So if you finish early, get your Hello World program working, run through this. You can use the arrow keys to move around, and then eventually it'll teach you how to do things the Vim way, as well as how to quit out of Vim, funny enough. So I encourage you to use Vim Tutor as much as you can. And yeah, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. Let me get that Hello World program up as well so you can see that. And that'll be that. There's the Hello World program just printed to the terminal. So those are a bunch of commands that you can play around with. And yeah, we're here till 4:20 today, I think. 4:30 on Thursday. I don't know why they didn't just make it 4:25 both days, but it is what it is.
Oh, it is different?
Yeah. But yeah, if you're having any trouble, I'll come help you. And before I forget, sorry, I want to stop the recording. That's everything that I wanted to say.